At $8,000, and Johnny Mitchell commented it's probably the nicest buckle he's ever seen, so he's probably won over 100 buckles. So whoever's wearing it at the end of the event will be pretty stoked and probably be the envy of every camp drafter in the country, I'd say. Good luck to all my fellow competitors, especially you, Midget Miles. You'll need it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'd like to welcome you here this afternoon for what has been a lifetime for me to see the sport of camp drafting here in this great nation of Australia truly have the opportunity to promote one of our own original sports that's been competitive for over 100 years in this great nation.
700 kilometres from Willinga Park in northern New South Wales is the town of Tamworth. Known to most of us as the home of country music, the golden guitar, and legends like Slim Dusty and Reg Lindsay. To the man on the land, it's cattle country. And about an hour from town, we find Troy Palmer on the job, droving cattle. Troy has his sights set on winning the Willinga Park Gold Buckle Campdraft.
I've got 12 horses going down there.
Mr. Terry Snow, ladies and gentlemen.
5 of my own horses, and then I've got 7 clients' horses.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have got quite a few competitors to get through. We've got some introductions, and I'd like to get the show well and truly underway. We're excited, we're anticipating one of the toughest camp drafting competitions ever staged in the Southern Hemisphere.
Get your basic foundation on, get them tied.
I'd like you to give them a big warm welcome as we introduce the 30 finalists that can
got a brake set up down here on the side of the road down in the
for that grand
bring them back up and
winners
up this trough.
See
if they want to lick there and
carrying
put them back down in the yard.
Own proud flag of Australia. Have a big warm welcome to Jade Mitchell.
I've got another guy, Lumbie. He does a bit of casual work for me. He drives a water truck.
And let's welcome those finalists in, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly. From Willinga Park, big warm welcome for Greg
The waters aren't that
Johnson.
great on the stockouts at the moment.
From
Darren
Brisbane.
50, 60, 70 years.
From Nebo, North Queensland, Pete
Back up
Kaminsky.
there. Good,
From
got
Braidwood,
renowned for 34,
Scott Shea.
36-inch rainfall. Last 2 years, it's been the driest it's ever
from
been.
Kingaroy, Queensland, Mark Buttsworth. From Tamworth, New South Wales, Tim Hollis. From Bendock, Lucy Sellers. From Armidale, Ben Rossiter. From St George, Queensland, Andrew Turvey. From Ortavilla, Alan Sinclair. From Nebo, once again, Pete Kaminsky's nomination. This time from Beaudesert, Queensland, Kimberley Salmon. From Coolah, New South Wales, Troy Palmer. From Murray Bridge, South Australia, Peter Hancock. And from Muttaburra, Far North Queensland, Ben Hall. From Wagga Wagga, Matt Clark. And a big warm welcome for Simon Dudwell from Berthundra. Adam Sadler from Bunnan. Pete Kaminsky, Nebo. Aaron Bolton from Stradbroke. Scott Bandy, our winner of the cutout last night from Tooma. Huey Miles from Tamworth. Troy Palmer from Coolah. Peter Grills from Kentucky. Mark Buttsworth, Kingaroy, Queensland. Thomas Ford from Kamani. Pete Kaminsky, Nebo. Kimberley Salmon, second entry from Beaudesert. And one of our grand champions from Gundawindi, Terry Hall. And Peter Hancock from Murray Bridge, South Australia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of these winners will take home $100,000 in first prize here this afternoon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before us here this afternoon, we have some very, very special dignitaries. But what I would like to do for the people that have joined us here, we also have a gentleman that's a part of the training and education, and he's a consultant here at the Willinga Park. He's an Australian equine representative. He's a young man that I've had the pleasure to watch and grow up since he was a very, very young man. He competed successfully in the sport of saddle bronc riding in Australia America and Canada. He came back to Australia and recognised the opportunity in the equine world of dressage. He is an Olympian representative. He has been all over the world in the sport of dressage, and he is now a consultant in the training and education at Willinga Park. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brett Parbury is going to give us an exhibition of freestyle dressage. I hand it over to Brett Parbury.
Interimo ad appare dorime. Ameno, ameno, lanciremo, dorime.
and gentlemen, he loves the sport of camp drafting. He competed here last night in the cutout camp drafting competition, and he's what we call a truly unique Australian bushman. He was born and raised on the farm in Dorrigo, and he's very, very much a part of the Willinga Park equine events. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very important part of the program, I'd now like to call into the arena the Managing Director, his wife, Mr. Terry and Jeanette Snow, to give an introduction here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and give him a very, very big warm welcome as Terry makes his way into the arena here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Terry Snow from Willinga Park. No, I know you're there, but I'll let Terry introduce you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an exceptional day for Willinga Park, and we're honoured to have John Barilaro with us this afternoon, the Deputy Premier of New South Wales, to open our finals, which is a great honour for us and Jeanette and myself personally. John has some exciting news to share with us about the development of the Brumbies in the National Park and all rider access to the National Park, but I'll let John explain that. And what a place to share this fresh news. I don't think it's really news till tomorrow, is it, John? Right. But, so you've got the drop on the news for all us horse owners that like to get out with our horses. So without any further ado, I'll ask John to just tell us what's happening in that scene.
No worries. Well, thank you, Terry, and firstly to you, what a vision here at Willinga Park. This is unbelievable. This is a magnificent investment for this region, for the sport. I think you're going to take Australia, of course, to another level behind us. We don't have just the best in Australia, but the best in the world. And I think you've created an environment and a facility here that will see this continue to grow in the future. Well, today I'm here actually tonight, not only to, of course, open the finals, but most importantly, tomorrow when you wake up and the front page of the Telegraph, after you flick through the royal wedding photos, there will be a significant announcement. The New South Wales government, and because of the advocacy of a man called Peter Cochrane. Peter Cochrane was the member for Monero, elected 30 years ago. Yeah, many will know Peter Cochrane. He's in the crowd. Elected as the member for Monero 30 years ago, then 20 years ago gave it away. But what he didn't give away was the fight for the rights of the Brumbies to be part of the Kosciuszko National Park, the cultural and heritage connection it has to the park, what it means for us in the region. And as the current member for Monero and the Deputy Premier of New South Wales, it's something that I've worked closely with Peter and his team to make sure that we can find an outcome. And what you'll read tomorrow, the New South Wales government will introduce legislation, which I've just dubbed the Brumbies Bill, but the proper name will be the Kosciuszko Wild Horse Legislation, which for the first time will legislate and enshrine in law the rights of the Brumbies to Kosciuszko National Park. And the second part of that announcement, of course, is for all horse riders. We're also announcing tomorrow that we're opening up 4 national parks, of course, in Kosciuszko for greater access to horse riders on some of those traditional, historic and heritage trails. So great news for horse riders, most importantly, great news for the future of the Brumbies. So with that, Terry, I should say that let's get the finals ready to go. Let's start.
Thanks, John. That's sensational news for all us horse lovers, and thanks for gracing us with your presence.
No, thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call into the arena now, if I could have, please, Mia Byron to come forward, please, Mia. And ladies and gentlemen, as we do in all of our major sporting events here in Australia, particularly here at Willinga Park, we like to take the time and the opportunity to recognise a song and a flag that each and every one of us here in this great nation can feel very, very proud of. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to hand the microphone over to Terry and Jeanette Snow's granddaughter, Mia, to sing our very own Australian national anthem, and Jade Mitchell will carry our flag with pride. Thank you.
all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Why, thank you so much, Mia Byron. Ladies and gentlemen, with a voice like that and the people that we have before us makes us feel very, very proud that we live in this very unique and lucky country. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see history at Willinga Park, the richest ever camp drafting competition, and as our competitors are led out of the arena here this afternoon by young Jade Mitchell, let's give them one very, very big rowdy welcome and wish them the best of luck. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our competitors for the Willinga World Championship Camp Drafting Competition with the $8,000 and $100,000 first prize to the winner of this competition here this afternoon. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. This is the first time history being made in our Willinga World Championship Camp Drafting Competition. We're only moments away. Our judges here this afternoon will once again put the course in position. The competitors have already been briefed, and we will be underway very, very shortly. ladies and gentlemen, our three judges have just taken their position. The pegs, of course, very, very important, the positioning of this event. And what three great judges we do have with us here this afternoon. Jason Wansel, Michael Wilson, and Brian Southern. These three men are known throughout Australia in the camp drafting fraternity as three of the most renowned judges, and have certainly have their job at hands here this afternoon. They've done an amazing job. We had 360 competitors in the first two qualifying rounds, and of course they have the duties here this afternoon. Our first competitors just about riding into the camp. We just want to double check that course is ready. But boy, oh boy, make certain that you've got a vantage point. It is going to be action packed. We have got 30 competitors and there'll be no breaks. It'll be straight through. And at the completion of this event, we will be announcing the world champion for 2018 here at Willinga Park. It is tense. There's quite a bit of tension down here at the camp, but we'll certainly keep you informed on the leaders, the aggregate leaders, and of course the go-round winners. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to rumble because our first competitors are just about set to go.
Okay, we're ready to get underway with the moment that everyone's been waiting for. In camp, we have one, Greg Charlson on his little stallion, Zanzibar. He'll be followed by number 2, Darren Brisbane on Boy, and 3, Pete Comiskey on Handkerchief. Greg is from Wagga and went into this final with an 86.33. So out on course now, we have number 1, Greg Charlson on Zanzibar. Into the camp, number 2, Darren Brisbane on Boy. Patrick Hardwick is the owner of Boy, and Darren is from Wingham.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is nearly $100,000 riding on this run. You better make a little noise as he gets close to that gate. Come on, first competitor out, the Willinga World Championship. Well, I'll leave that decision to the officials. Too close to call. Our judges are adjudicating. They will certainly, that's why we do have Australia's finest horsemen here in the competition. But ladies and gentlemen, what an outstanding effort. Hey folks, I know you've got a little more energy. How about a round of applause for Greg Charlson? Wagga Wagga's on the map as our first competitor gets his way through the gate here this afternoon. What not be too long. We'll have our second competitor, Darren Brislane, getting ready into the camp. We need them scores quicker.
Alrighty, so a score there for Greg on Zanzibar is a 22.67, a 4 for course, a 62.33 for horsework, for an 89. On top of his first round score of an 86.33, gives him a 175.33. Great way to start the final.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, come on, a little hard luck for Darren here this afternoon. He's all the way from Wingham, the Manning Valley of northern New South Wales. That was Darren Brislane riding his nomination buoy that went in with a score of 81.33.
So in camp now we have number 3, Pete Comiskey on Handkerchief. Handkerchief's owned by D. Kenny, and Pete's come all the way down from Nebo in Queensland. Going into this final with an 80.67. Have a score there for Darren of 22. On top of his first round score of 81.33 for a 103.33. So in camp now, number 3, Pete Comiskey on Handkerchief, 4 at the gate, Scott Shea on Renegade, 5, Mark Buttsworth on One Stylish Pepto, 6, Tim Hollis on Adios Valentine, and 7, Lucy Sellers on Wallaroo Caddy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's the whips. How about a round of applause for Peter Comiskey all the way from Nebo. Peter has 2 more nominations still yet to run in this competition. Probably did not go quite as good as he would have liked, but, well, the pressures, the livestock, and whenever you have the situation when you're working with cattle and livestock and horses, some things don't always go to plan.
So a score there for Pete, a 22, a 3, and a 52.67. On top of his first round score of an 80.67, had a 77.67 for a 158.33. So
well,
in
this is one of your local
camp now we have our
gentlemen.
committee man, Scott Shea on Renegade. Go, Scotty. Into the camp, number 5, Mark Buttsworth on One Stylish Pepto. 6, Tim Hollis on Adios Valentine. So in camp we have Mark Buttsworth on One Stylish Pepto, owned by the One More Syndicate. Mark's come down from Kingaroy and going into this final on at 88.67.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't quite the finish, but certainly a very, very big supporter of this event. You know, ladies and gentlemen, he's done more work as any getting this event together, supporting the livestock and the whole entire event. But, well, he can still smile. That was Scott Shea riding Renegade.
So in camp, Mark Buttsworth on One Stylish Pepto, owned by the One More Syndicate, all the way from Kingaroy, building, or is working on his first round score of 88.67. We have a score there for Scott, a 21.33, a 3 for course, a 54.67 for horsework for a 79, on top of his first round score of 86 for a 165.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on this man. There's not too many better. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the legendary horseman here in Australia, Mark Buttsworth. One stylish Pepto, owned here by the One More Syndicate, based out of Kingaroy in southeast Queensland. And of course, Mark has been a part of every major camp drafting event ever staged in this nation, and it's a pleasure to have him down here at Willinga Park.
In camp now, we've got number 6, Tim Hollis on Adios Valentine. Tim's from Gunnedah. He went into the final with an 87.34. He'll be followed by number 7, Lucy Sellers on Wallaroo Caddy, 8, Ben Rossiter on Hard Hat Kelly, and 9, Andrew Turvey on Request. We've got a score there for Mark. He had an 18.67, a 4 for course, a 64.33 for horsework for an 87. On top of his first round score of an 88.67, giving him a 175.67.
Well, come on, Tim. Let's see if we can get it on the plate. The competitor from up there in the country music city, New South Wales, Timmy Hollis. Well, Tim came in with a very good score of 87.34. And for ladies and gentlemen, just keeping update with the leaders, I can now say that Mark Buttsworth, riding One Stylish Pepto, is leading the event by 0.3, 175.67. We've got Greg Charlson, 175.33. So at this stage, Mark Buttsworth from Kingaroy is our early leader.
So in camp now, we have number 7, Lucy Sellers on Wallaroo Caddy. This horse is owned by Clive Cottrell, and Lucy is from Bendock. Number 8 at the gate, Ben Rossiter, Hard Hat Kelly. 9, Andrew Turvey on Request. 10, Alan Sinclair on One More Pleasure. We've got a score there for Tim. A 22, a 4, a 57.67 for an 83.67. On top of his first round score of 87.34, gives him a 17101.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is our first lady competitor. First lady competitor, Lucy Sellers. Well, come on, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause. It was certainly quite a feat. Quite an opportunity for young Lucy to make it back for the top 30 in our World Championship camp drafting competition. Lucy Sellers riding Wallaroo Caddy.
So Lucy had a score of 20.67 on top of a first round score of 79.67, gives her a 100.34. In camp now is Ben Rossiter on Hard Hat Kelly. The horse is owned by the Rossiter family, and Ben is from Armidale. 9 at the gate, Andrew Turvey on Request. 10, Alan Sinclair on One More Pleasure. 11, Pete Comiskey on Paris. 12, Kimberly Salmon on Warren Briar Cobber. So in camp, Ben Rossiter on Hard Hat Kelly went into the final on an 82.67.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hard Hat Kelly here today, brought to us all the way from Armidale in the beautiful northern New England region of New South Wales, Ben Rossiter.
So a score for Ben was 21.33 on top of his 82.67, giving him a 1.04. In camp now, number 9, Andrew Turvey on request, owned by Andrew and Courtney Turvey. Andrew comes from St George. Going into the final on an 88. 10 at the gate, Alan Sinclair on One More Pleasure. 11, Pete Comiskey on Paris. 12, Kimberly Salmon on Warrenbri Cobber. And 13, Troy Palmer on Lorena.
Okay, on course we have this time, all the way from St George, Andrew Turvey, little horse designed by he and his wife, his lovely wife Courtney Turvey. They make their home in St George. Around that second peg. Remember, he was one of the big leaders in the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, a very popular figure here this afternoon, Andrew Turvey, riding his little horse called Request. He qualified through the first round this morning with an 88-point score. Well, he was one of the quiet achievers through the competition. He only has one horse in the final, but he certainly has not wasted his opportunity. We are now waiting for the numbers to come through for that contestant from St George, Andrew Turvey, number 9 in our draw.
Got a score for Alan Sinclair, for Andrew Turvey, a 21.67, a 4, a 63 for horsework, giving him an 88.67 on top of his 88, which gives him a 176.67. So out on course now, we have number 10, Alan Sinclair on One More Pleasure. Alan's from Aldavilla. Into the camp, 11, Pete Comiskey on Paris. Alan and One More Pleasure are building on their 88.67 from the first round.
Well, come on, ladies and gentlemen. He sighs with relief, with a big smile. Disappointed, but the numbers will still come through for Alan Sinclair writing his nomination, One More Pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen closely. We have just tallied the numbers for Andrew Turvey. We have checked and double-checked. He comes in now with a 2-round score. The young man from St George in Queensland, 176.67, a new leader in the competition. Andrew Turvey from St George in Queensland.
So out on course now, we have number 11, Pete Comiskey on Paris. Number 12, Kimberly Salmon into the camp on Warrenbri Cobber. 13, Troy Palmer on Lorena. 14, Peter Hancock on Simply Spectacular. We've got a score for Alan, 22, a 3, and a 57.33 for an 82.33.
Come on, let's ride with him, ladies and gentlemen. Peter Comiskey. Well, whilst ever he has horses in the final of the Championship Campdraft, you can never underestimate his capabilities. Peter came into this round with a first round high score of 90 points. He has not let that opportunity slip through his fingers. He's a master in the camp drafting competition, and he has given us a master demonstration in this World Championship final.
Still waiting on a score for Pete, but we have a score for Alan Sinclair, a 22, a 3 and a 57.33 for an 82.33. On top of his first round score of 88.67 for a 171. A score for Pete Comiskey, a 22, a 4 and a 63.67. for an 89.67, on top of his first round score of 90, giving us a 179.67. Out on course, we have number 12, Kimberley Salmon on Warren Briar Cobber. This horse is owned by Stephen Joyce, and Kimberley's come down from Bow Desert. She goes into the final with an 82.33. 13 at the gate in the camp, Troy Palmer, Lorena. 14 at the gate, Peter Hancock on Simply Spectacular, and 15, Ben Hall on Footacre.
Hey, where's all the girls out there, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, where's the girls for Kimberley Salmon? Well, she certainly hasn't let down all of our lady competitors throughout the states here this weekend. Kimberley finalled with 2 horses in the World Championship Campdrafting competition. She comes down to us from Bow Desert in southeast Queensland. The little horse is owned here that she competed on today by Stephen Joyce. She came into this round with an 82.33. Now, just recapping previous, we saw now Pete Comiskey riding Paris take the lead in the overall competition with a score of 179 points. So Pete Comiskey from Nebo is now the leader at 179.
A score for Kimberley Salmon, a 22.33, a 4 and a 62 for an 88.33. On top of an 82.33, giving her a 170.66. Out on course now, Troy Palmer on Lorena, going into the final on an 80.33. Into the camp, 14, Peter Hancock on Simply Spectacular. 15, Ben Hall on Footacre. 16, Matt Clark on Cashman Destiny. And Simon Dobble for 17 on Wallabar Excel.
Well, he's lining him up. He's got a difficult angle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause from here this afternoon? Troy Palmer riding Lorena from Coolah in the centre of New South Wales.
So in camp we have 14, Peter Hancock on Simply Spectacular. Peter's from Murray Bridge in South Australia. He'll be followed by 15, Ben Hall on Footacre. 16, Matt Clark on Cashman Destiny. The score for Troy on Lorena is a 22.33, a 3 for course and a 57 for horsework for an 82.33, on top of his first round score of 80.33 for a 162.66.
Well, his luck is on his side here this afternoon. Peter navigates that second. Well, can he do the same on the third? He's going to have to tighten things right up. You're going to need to clap and cheer. Come on, Willinga! Well, boy, oh boy, the good Lord above was on his side as he made 3 close pegs. And, of course, Peter Hancock is all the way from Murray Bridge in South Australia.
So in camp, you've got number 15, Ben Hall on Footacre. We'll just flush these cattle. Ben's all the way from Muttaburra. He goes into the final with an 88.33. Next at the gate, 16, Matt Clark on Cashman Destiny. 17, Simon Dobble on Wallabar Excel. 18, Adam Sadler on Tajano Spin. And 19, Pete Comiskey on Marnie's Destiny. We have a score for Peter Hancock on Simply Spectacular, a 21.67, a 4 for course, a 61.33 for horsework, giving him an 87, on top of his first round score of 81.33 for a 168.33.
Well, we just have a process at the halfway mark in our final that we will change the cattle. We'll have fresh cattle in at the halfway mark at number 15. This gives me an opportunity to brief everybody on the positions. Currently leading the event, Pete Comiskey riding Paris with a total aggregate score of 179 points. Second in the competition from St. George in Queensland, Andrew and Courtney Turvey's nomination request with a 176.67. And then we come down to third at this stage from Kingaroy, Mark Buttsworth riding One Stylish Pepto with a 175.67. They are the progressive leaders at the halfway mark in our World Championship Willinga Camp Drafting competition.
So in camp now we have number 15, Ben Hall on Footacre. Ben is from Muddabara and goes into the final with an 88.33. Following Ben will be number 16, Matt Clark on Cashman Destiny. 17, Simon Dobble, Wallabara Excel. 18, Adam Sadler on Tajano Spin. 19, Pete Comiskey on Marnie's Destiny. And 20, Ken Bolton on Tina Arena.
Well, here is one of the competitors that can certainly challenge for that competition. This is Ben Hall, ladies and gentlemen, from Muddabara, North Queensland. Boy, he is putting some pressure on around that second turn. Remember, Ben came in with an 88.33 seconds. He's been in this position many, many times at Australia's biggest camp drafting events. Ladies and gentlemen, let's steer him through that gate. Come on, Muddabara. Benny Hall, can he do it? Oh, can he do it? He certainly can. Well, how cool was he under pressure? Now the numbers are coming through. It is going to be extremely close now. Ben certainly gave 110%.
So in camp now we have number 16, Matt Clark on Cashman Destiny. This horse is owned by Melissa Malloy and Matt is from Wagga Wagga. Going into the final with an 80, following Matt will be 17, Simon Dobble on Wallabar Excel. Simon's from Bethungra. And 18 after Simon will be Adam Sadler on Tajano Spin. We have a score for Ben, a 22.67, a 4 for course, a 62.67 for horsework, giving him an 89.34 on top of his 88.33 for a 177.67. Is that the leader? That's not your leader. Pete's still your leader. And if you announce that score, it's at 89.33.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for young Matt Clark, one of our youngest competitors to make this final competition, riding Cashman Destiny. Now, just recapping the aggregate scores, Ben Hall, with his 89.3, brings him with an aggregate of 177.67. So he has now moved into outright second place, still leading the competition. Pete Comiskey riding Paris with a 179.
So in camp now we have 17, Simon Dobble on his stallion Wallabar Excel. Simon is from Bethungra. He goes into the final with a 68.33. Following Simon will be 18, Adam Sadler on Tajano Spin, 19, Pete Comiskey on Marnie's Destiny.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, come on, folks. He's come a long way this weekend. A little disappointed, Simon Dodwell, but you certainly must be happy with the final opportunity that he was given here this afternoon. Wallabar Excel, Simon Dodwell.
We've got a score there for Simon and Excel, a 21 on top of his 68.33 for an 89.33. We've got a score there for Matt Clark, the previous competitor, a 16.33 on top of his first round score of 80 for a 96.33. In camp, we have number 18, Adam Sadler on Tajano Spin. This is Adam and Ali Sadler's horse, and Adam's from Bunnan. He goes into the final with an 84. Into the camp, 19, Pete Comiskey on Marnie's Destiny. 20, Ken Bolton on Tina Arena, and 21, Scott Bandy on Rock CD.
Well, we're watching Adam Sadler, a competitor from Bunnan in the Hunter Valley of New South Wales. And the horse that he's riding, Tajano Spin. Come on, Adam, let's line him up, line him up, line him up. Well, Adam's a former winner of the most successful Campdraft rider in New South Wales. His scores are coming through from our three officials here this afternoon. He had in the first qualifying round this morning a total score of 84 points.
In camp now we have 19, Pete Comiskey on his stallion Marnie's Destiny. This horse is owned by R&G Young. Pete's come down from Nebo in Queensland and goes into the final with an 86.33. At the gate will be 20, Ken Bolton on Tina Arena. 21, Scott Bandy on Rock CD. 22, Hugh Miles on Two Time and Chick. 23, Troy Palmer on Hell's a Comin'. And 24, Peter Grills on Traveller. The score for Adam Sadler was a 22, a 4 and a 62 for an 88. Top of his first round score of 84 for a 172.
Well, Peter Comiskey's had a successful afternoon. He is certainly on his third nomination this competition. Consistency's been a feature of his event here this afternoon. Hey, folks, can he make it 3 for 3? This is on. It's on, all right, it is. Man. Ladies and gentlemen, I think he deserves another big round of applause. Come on, there's only one and only Peter Comiskey from Nebo. As the numbers come through, already the leader in this competition, he already holds down the number 1 spot.
So in camp we have 20, Ken Bolton on Tina Arena. Kenny's from Stradbroke in Victoria. 21, Scott Bandy on Rock CD. 22, Hugh Miles on Two Time and Chick. We've got a score now for Pete Comiskey, a 22.33, a 4 for course, a 64 for horsework, giving him a 90.33. On top of his first round score of 86.33 for a 176.67.
Well, a 176.67 sees him amongst our top 4 competitors at this stage. On the course we're watching at this point of time, this is Ken Bolton riding Tina Arena. Now, Ken came into this round with a score of 82.67. Has successfully made his way around that second peg. He's picked up the 3 points for course. He will then try and line up the gate. Boy, another nice run coming through from the Stradbroke contestant, Kenny Bolton. Well, this has been an amazing round of camp drafting competition. We've had a fantastic 3 days of eventing, and boy, this afternoon culminating with our World Championship final.
So in camp we have 21, Scott Bandy on Rock CD. This horse is owned by Scott and Tanya Bandy from Tooma in New South Wales. Scott goes into the final with an 81.67. At the gate, 22, Hugh Miles on Two Time and Chick, owned by Peter and Carolyn Doonan. 23, Troy Palmer on Hell's A-Comin', and 24, Peter Grills on Traveller. We've got a score for Ken Bolton, a 20.67, a 4 for course, and a 63 for horsework, giving him an 87.67 on top of his first round score of 82.67 for a 170.33.
Well, here's a man that already picked up $11,000 last night. He won our championship cutout competition, pocketed $11,000. Oh, no. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's already been successful. I know Scott Bandy personally. He takes every ride in his stride. Last night was a winner. Unfortunately, here today on our finals of competition, it will be the cutout and camp score only.
Scotty and Rock CD had a 23.67 on top of his first round score of 81.67, giving him a 105.33. Out on course now, we have 22, Hugh Miles on Two Time and Chick, owned by Peter and Carolyn Doonan. Hugh's come down from Tamworth and goes into the final with an 89.33. Into the camp, 23, Troy Palmer on Hell's A-Comin', owned by Terry Snow. Troy's come down from Cooler.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he would appreciate that round of applause. That is Hugh Miles, and tonight will be his final appearance in our World Championship Campdraft. He came into the event with an 89.33, but as it unfolds, he will take a camp score from this competition.
So we've got a score there for Hugh Miles, a 22.67, on top of his first round score of 89.33 for a 112. In the camp now, number 23, Troy Palmer on Hell's A-Comin', a Willinga Park horse. 24, Peter Grills on Traveller. 25, Mark Buttsworth on Stylish Unit. 26, Thomas Ford on Tarn. 27, Pete Comiskey on Rebel Mama. 28, Kimberly Salmon on Seligman's Ellie. Troy and Hell's A-Comin' go out with an go into the final with an 83.66.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on course at this point of time is Troy Palmer, the competitor from Cooler. And I'll let you in on a little secret. The horse that he's riding is owned by Terry Snow from the Willinga Park. This is a little horse called... Come on, Troy, bring him around. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's an outstanding little horse called Hell's A-Comin', owned by our managing director, Terry Snow, and it was Troy Palmer in the saddle from Cooler. He qualified the first round this morning with a score of 83.66.
So we've got a score there for Troy, a 23.33, a 3 for course, a 59.33 for horsework, giving him an 85.66, on top of his first round score of 83.66 for a 169.33.
Okay, on the course at this point of time from Kentucky in the New England region, this is Peter Grills. Well, as luck may have it, it was not to be this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got a long drive and journey back to Kentucky tomorrow morning. That was Peter Grills with a first round score of 83.67. Well, we're certainly down to the final 6 competitors. And in the camp at this point of time, number 25 in the draw, from Kingaroy, Queensland, coming in with a score of 86.3 will be Mark Buttsworth. The horse that he rides is the Stylish Unit.
So we've got a score there for Peter Grills, a 22.33 on top of his 83.67, giving him a 106. In camp now, 25, Mark Buttsworth on Stylish Unit. This horse is owned by Peter Shakespeare. Mark and Stylish Unit go in with an 86.33. 26, Thomas Ford at the gate on Tarn, followed by 27, Pete Comiskey on Rebel Mama.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for Stylish Unit and Mark Buttsworth. His camp score will be added to his first round score this morning of 86.33.
The Mark and Stylish Unit had a 22.67 on top of his first round score of 86.33 for a 109. So in camp, we've got 26, Thomas Ford on Tarn. Thomas is from Kilmany. 27, Pete Comiskey at the gate on Rebel Mama. 28, Kimberly Salmon on Seligman's Ellie. 29, Terry Hall on Hazelwood Mantic. And 30, Peter Hancock on the Ranch Ruby as our last competitor in this Willinga Park Gold Buckle Campdraft.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's one of our local favourites down in this part of the world. That was Thomas Ford riding Tarn with a first round score of 83.33.
And he can add a 22.67 to that for a 106. In camp now, we have number 27, Pete Comiskey on Rebel Mama. This horse is owned by Ruth Puddicombe. Pete's come down from Nebo, and he's gone into the final with an 85.
Well, we're watching Pete Comiskey for his final time, Rebel Mama. Well, can he do it? Can he finish on another high note? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a masterclass of camp drafting competition from this man in recent times. Can he do it once again? Ride with him, line him up, line him up, line him up! What a finish, what a final! Boy, it is Peter Comiskey Day at Willinga. You write it down on that or something. And I'll give it a charge. Well, Peter Comiskey's pretty happy at this stage, I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen. The numbers will come through. We will tally as we get ready to go with the second entry for young Kimberly Salmon from Bow Desert in Queensland. Well, it's great to have two girls made the finals this weekend, Lucy Sellers and Kimberly Salmon. Be nothing more fitting to see one of the girls as our eventual overall winner.
Glenn. We've got a score there for Pete Comiskey, a 22, a 4 and a 62.67 for an 88.67 on top of his first round score of 85 for a 173.67.
Well, I tell you what, the girls on the grandstand side are pretty quiet at this stage. Kimberly Salmon representing all the girls here this weekend. Kimberley's pushing, line him up, push. Well, she competes against the finest camp draft men in the land, and boy, she can hold her own in any camp draft arena, in any style of competition. Kimberley Salmon riding a nomination, Seligman Spin, that's owned by Peter and Debbie Gesler.
We've got a score there for Kimberley, a 22, a 4 and a 62 for an 88, on top of a first round score of 82 for a 170. In camp now, 29, Terry Hall on Hazelwood Mantic. This horse is owned by Ben Hill, and Terry's come down from Gundawindi. Number 30, Peter Hancock, the Ranch Ruby for our last competitor.
Well, you never count this man out at this point of time. We've got Terry Hall, Hazelwood and Mantic. Earlier today, he won the consolation camp draft, took home $5,000 as a consolation. Terry Hall. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's enjoyed success all over the nation, and it's a pleasure to have him down from Gundawindi. Terry Hall riding Hazelwood Mantic with a first round score today of 79.67.
A score there for Terry Hall on Hazelwood Mantic was 21.67, on top of his first round score of 79.67 for a 101.33. So out on course now, we have Peter Hancock from Murray Bridge. Peter's riding the Ranch Ruby and goes into the final with an 80.66. This is our last competitor in this final.
Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, this rider's all the way from South Australia, from Murray Bridge. How about we give him some fond memories of Willinga? Oh, so close. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the South Australian Murray Bridge contestant, Peter Hancock, riding his nomination, the Ranch Ruby. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I will only give you the unofficial winners and place getters, and I say this very clearly, the unofficial winners and place getters. So please take that into consideration. The presentation will be done a little later once all those scores have been checked and double checked. But as I see it here unofficially, I have a two-way tie in the competition 4 as we come down and double check the numbers. In a two-way tie for third place in the competition. This is for third and fourth. Third and fourth, Andrew Turvey with Request, and I also have in the on 176.67, and I also have Pete Comiskey riding Marnie's Destiny on 176.67. They share third and fourth. Unofficially, once again, in second place outright from Muttaburra in Queensland was Ben Hall riding Foot Acre. How about a round of applause for Ben Hall? Second with a 177.67. But ladies and gentlemen, unofficially, once again, until all the scores are double checked and correlated, it looks like with a score of 179 points, the winner of the $100,000 cash first prize, the $8,000 Gold Gist Buckle, will be presented unofficially to the Nebo rider and the outstanding competitor here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a big round of applause. Pete Comiskey, riding Paris.
I'll just update you on the last score for Peter Hancock was a 22, a 3 and a 58 for an 83, on top of his first round score of 80.66 for a 163.66.
Yeah, he's going to come here.
No, he's going to go around there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do the official presentation a little later, but we do want to do a preliminary ride. Peter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the unofficial winner, but it's your opportunity early to congratulate him, the man that has an outstanding performance, 179 points. Let's hear it for the boy from Nebo, Queensland, Pete Comiskey.
I'll try and get an interview with him over here. Peter, hey! Oh, where's he going? Yep, but they're not doing... Where's he going? I want to get him... Oh, will he get off his horse? He'll get off his horse for me. Hey, Pete, can you step off him for a minute? Is it...
Ladies and gentlemen, just stay seated for a moment because Peter's been kind enough. Now remember, we do have to officially check those scores, but I do hope that I'm right. But Peter Comiskey, I've certainly known you for many, many years. I've admired you and I've recognised the fact of how good you are. But today, at this World Championship, $250,000 in total prize money. And Peter, you without any doubt, you handled the pressure, the coolness and the way in which you competed was exceptional.
Thank you, Glenn. Well, yeah, friendship's been a long time ride. I can remember watching you riding rough stuff as a young man, and have listened to you, over commentating many rodeos, and then to come here and commentate like you have for the weekend, make it exciting for the crowd, and also interesting as a personality for us. It's great to have you on board as well, so thank you very much for all your work. But yeah, to the crowd that come in tonight and made it so exciting, when you went through that gate over there was something else. So yeah, it's a great feeling. I don't know whether it'll sink in that we've actually won $100,000, but anyway, I can work on that thought on the way home. I've got plenty of time. There's about 2,500 Ks to think about it, so I think I'll get plenty of time to think about that on the way home, Morgs.
You certainly will, Peter, but today I think is the start of a new era in camp drafting in Australia. Over the last 10 years with the landmark horse sale, we've seen the values of our camp drafting horses, the industry grow and continue to grow. There's more people injecting more money to the sport of camp drafting than we've ever seen in your and my lifetime, and it's a very, very exciting time when we see prize money here today of nearly $250,000 for the camp drafting competition.
Oh, it's unbelievable for the industry. There's no doubt about that, Glenn. I mean, camp drafting, it's a outlet for rural Australia. So the country come together with the city, and we all speak the same language and enjoy the same things. And it's all about getting the horse that wants to do the job, and it doesn't matter at what level you come or at what age you can. From I've got a 5-year-old son that competes nearly every week, right through to there's some guys in the New England that are in their 80s and still enjoying the sport, and that comes with mum and dad and the wife as well. I mean, our ladies right throughout, as we saw in the final, are just as hard to beat as any of the men in the industry. So, with so many demands in the, in the family to go and get that good horse and buy him. But, events like this coming on board, they're going to put a real base in our horse values, and, one of those old horses to go and buy him and take him away on the weekend, have some fun on him. He's going to become of true value, and, after what Terry and his crew here at Willinga Park have done for this.
Well, no doubt you've been a fantastic competitor. Peter Comiskey, congratulations, the richest ever camp drafting competition and a very, very worthy Australian winner. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause for Mr. Peter Comiskey, our world champion of the Willinga Camp Draft for 2018.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does wind down, of course, this part of the competition. We do have a fantastic night of entertainment. We've got 2 live bands. We've got the presentation being set up. We've got a dinner, and we've got a lot more action. The official presentation, once all the scores have been double-checked, will take place at around about 6 o'clock, I'm led to believe, in just over an hour's time. But we do, on behalf of Mr. Terry Snow and his family, extend a welcome to everybody to stay here tonight. We have certainly got a great party. day, a great time to relax and enjoy the festivities at Willinga Park and meet some of the celebrities, the champions, and of course have the opportunity to congratulate Peter Comiskey on his World Championship here today. Glenn Morgan and all the staff, thank you for being a part of it. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you back again here in 2019.